What if there was a simple formula? Not a magic pill, but a logical filter that could eliminate 90% of the anxiety, stress, and worry in your life. What if this formula was so powerful it could help an Olympian win gold while blind, allow a Navy SEAL to stay calm in a firefight, and give you the power to scroll past a news alert without your heart pounding? This formula exists. It was invented over 2,000 years ago by a Greek slave-turned-philosopher, and it is the most powerful secret weapon you will ever acquire in the fight against the modern anxiety epidemic. We are living in a state of chronic, low-grade panic. We are overthinkers, perfectionists, and doom scrollers, our minds hijacked by a constant stream of what-ifs. What if I fail this project? What if they don't like me? What if the economy crashes? What if I get sick? We are obsessed with controlling the uncontrollable. We are wasting almost all of our energy on things we can do nothing about. The ancient Stoics had a name for this, and more importantly, they had a cure. It's called the Dichotomy of Control, and it's the simple, brutal, and liberating truth that will, if you let it, set you free. We are the most anxious generation in human history. Why? Because we are drowning in an ocean of the uncontrollable, and we've been handed a teaspoon to bail it out. Our anxiety is a modern sickness fueled by two poisons: the endless news cycle and the comparison trap of social media. 1. The 24/7 news cycle. Your brain was not designed to carry the emotional weight of the entire world. Every war, every famine, every political scandal, and every distant tragedy is beamed into your pocket, demanding your attention and your emotional energy. You feel a constant, vague sense of impending doom, but you have no power to fix any of it. This is a recipe for learned helplessness and chronic anxiety. 2. The social media comparison trap. You open Instagram and are immediately comparing your real life to someone else's curated highlight reel. You are trying to control the most uncontrollable thing of all: other people's perceptions of you. You become a perfectionist, desperate to manage an image that isn't real, worrying about likes, comments, and followers. This is the core of our problem. We are a generation of control freaks in a world that is more chaotic than ever. We desperately try to manage the weather, the news, and the opinions of strangers, and then we wonder why we feel overwhelmed, exhausted, and powerless. We are wasting 100% of our energy on the 90% of life we cannot control. 2,000 years ago, Epictetus, a man who was born a slave and later became one of Rome's most revered philosophers, gave a lecture that would become the foundation of Stoicism. As a slave, Epictetus understood control better than any of us. His body, his freedom, his possessions, and his health were all in the hands of his master. He could be beaten or killed on a whim. In this state of total powerlessness, he discovered the one single thing that was in his power: his mind. He developed a simple diagram that is the mathematical formula for a tranquil life. Imagine two circles. The outer circle, what is not up to us. This circle contains, well, almost everything. The weather, the economy, the past, the future, what other people think of you, getting sick or getting into an accident, a broken set of goggles, the stock market, a flight delay. The Stoics say we must treat everything in this circle with radical acceptance. It is not good or bad, it simply is. To waste a single second of emotional energy trying to will these things to be different is, quite literally, insanity. The inner circle. What is up to us? This circle is much, much smaller, but it is our kingdom. It contains only 3 things. 1. Our judgments. Not what happens, but our opinion about what happens. For example, this flight delay is a 2 catastrophe versus this flight delay is an opportunity to read. 2. Our actions. The choices we make, the effort we put in, the way we behave. 3. Our will. The things we choose to aim for, the values we decide to live by. That's it. That is the entire list. The formula for a happy life, according to Epictetus, is simple. Dedicate 100% of your energy to your inner circle and 0% to your outer circle. Anxiety is the friction that results from trying to control the outer circle. Peace is the liberation that comes from focusing exclusively on the inner.
You might think, this is too simple. My worries are real. Let's test it. A psychological experiment tracked the worries of a group of anxious overthinkers for 1 week. The participants were asked to write down every single thing they worried about. At the end of the week, the results were astonishing. 85% of the things they worried about never happened. Of the 15% that did happen, 79% of the participants found that they either handled the situation better than they expected, or that the catastrophe wasn't as bad as they had imagined. This means that 97% of our anxiety is a complete and total fabrication. It is a ghost. We are spending our lives fighting imaginary demons. Now, apply the Stoic filter. Of that 97% of useless worry, how much of it was about the outer circle? 100%. You worried about what your boss might think. You worried about what if you got sick. You worried about a future that never arrived. You have been wasting your life's precious energy. The dichotomy of control is the tool that gives it back to you.
This isn't just theory. This is the operating system for the world's highest performers. Case Study 1. Michael Phelps and the Broken Goggles. Beijing Olympics, 2008. The 200-meter butterfly. This is Michael Phelps's biggest race. The starting gun fires, he dives in, and his goggles fill with water. He is blind. In the most important race of his life, he cannot see the wall. He cannot see his competitors. This is the definition of an outer circle catastrophe. For 99% of people, this is a moment of pure panic. They would slow down, rip the goggles off, and lose the race, blaming the equipment. Phelps did not. Outer circle, not in his control. The broken goggles, the water, the other swimmers. Inner circle, in his control. His stroke count, his training, his response. Years earlier, his coach, Bob Bowman, had intentionally made him train with blacked-out goggles or in a dark pool. He had trained his inner circle to handle an outer circle failure. Blinded, Phelps did not panic. He began to count his strokes. He knew it took him 21 strokes to reach the wall. He swam. 19, 20, 21. Touch. He did this for the entire race. He not only won the gold medal, he broke the world record. Blind. That is the power of the dichotomy of control. Case Study 2. The Navy SEALs. In the chaos of a firefight, a Navy SEAL's world is pure, uncontrollable pandemonium. Bullets are flying, outer circle. Equipment fails, outer circle. And the enemy is unpredictable, outer circle. If they focused on what they can't control, they would freeze and die. Instead, their training is built entirely around one principle: control the controllables. They are trained to shrink their world down to only their inner circle. They cannot control the bullets, but they can control their breathing. They practice 4-count box breathing to lower their heart rate. Their trigger squeeze. Their communication with the man next to them. In the middle of total chaos, they find a small island of perfect control. They don't try to control the storm. They become the calm center within it.
This brings us to the most practical, viral piece of Stoic advice. Stop trying to control the weather. Start bringing an umbrella. This is the entire philosophy in a single sentence. Controlling the weather. Outer circle. Oh no, I really hope it doesn't rain on my wedding day. It will ruin everything. I'm so anxious. This is useless. It is wasted energy. Bringing an umbrella. Inner circle. It might rain, so I will rent a tent and buy 100 umbrellas. This is productive action. You have now taken your anxiety about the outer circle, the weather, and converted it into a plan for your inner circle, your actions. The anxiety disappears, replaced by a sense of empowerment. Let's apply this to the worries of a modern millennial or Gen Z. Perfectionists worry. I'm giving a huge presentation. What if they think my idea is stupid? Outer circle. Stoics action. I cannot control their thoughts. I can control my preparation. I will practice my speech 10 times and make my slides clear and concise. Inner circle. Overthinkers worry. What if I go to this party and I'm awkward and no one talks to me? Outer circle. Stoics action. I cannot control if others are friendly. I can control my own actions. My goal is to ask 3 people a thoughtful question about themselves. Inner circle. Doom scrollers worry. The world is falling apart. The news is terrifying. Outer circle. Stoics action. I cannot control the global news. I can control my consumption of it. I will turn off my notifications and read a book. Inner circle. This is the great liberation. You are not giving up. You are not becoming passive. You are simply redirecting your power. You are taking the 90% of your energy you were wasting on the uncontrollable and reinvesting it into the 10% of your life that is entirely yours. Stop trying to control the world. It is impossible, and it will break you. Control your thoughts. Control your actions. Control your will. That is the only thing that has ever been up to you. And when you finally realize that, you will find it is more than enough.